She says on a podcast recently, I'm way too fragile for social media. I was on Instagram for 3 days. Couldn't do it. Too many hits. She's like, I can't read this. She spent too much time with it, and she said, I'm out. I'm done with it. Many times I've tried to get into it because at the direction of our sales folks, they say, you must start reaching out on social media. And then within a few days, I'm like, I got nothing.
It's an interesting battle that's kind of being fought, with you sort of in the middle.
Yes.
The as you said in the previous segment.
Yep.
Radio legends say, get out there, be involved,
be more
be
visible,
topical, be visible, be controversial.
Exactly.
But when you try it, it's just not your medium.
No, it's not. It's not my medium. That's the thing. It's like quick little observations on live or pictures, and I am into neither.
You're not a quipper.
No.
You don't take photos.
No, I don't.
Your latest idea was to strap a cell phone to your forehead and play pickleball.
I still am into that.
That's right.
I still think, I just feel like that's a great TikTok.
I hate to say it. It might not. It might get some traction, but it's probably already
been done. That's right. Exactly.
I mean, I would think so. Yeah.
Well,
I'm old enough that I will go to my grave without TikToking.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about. I'm not even going to worry about that content.
It's odd that that's the one that I'm on most, only because my son was on it and I wanted to see what he was doing. And so now I just look at it probably more than any other is TikTok. But if, it's really foreign to me. And of course your algorithms dictate the videos you get, and it's mostly recipes and then women. Really attractive women.
Bouncing.
Hashtag bouncing MILF.
Yeah, it's weird how that is. And
look, more yoga videos.
I'm always seeing that stuff. These really attractive people. Now, Chris Tim told me something about attractive people today, and I think this is true. I didn't know anything about this, but Leonardo DiCaprio testified yesterday at a trial. There's a rapper from the band The Fugees from long ago. I remember they had a couple of hits way back when.
They were huge.
They were.
Oh, yeah.
They were pretty big. I mean, I heard the music and I was like, I know this. I know these rappers. There is a guy who is on trial, and he's hooked up somehow to a financier who funneled money to the Obama campaign. And I don't even know the details of the case.
It's very complicated. I mean, I read it twice, and I still don't know for sure what the businessman from Asia is involved with.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure why DiCaprio is there. He's friends with the rapper.
He's a friend with the guy in the Fugees.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's a $30 million deal, and he's testifying.
And apparently this guy helped finance The Wolf of Wall Street, in which DiCaprio was a star.
Yes. And now, okay, my son, who's 18, we're getting ready to go on vacation, and he goes, while we're on vacation, I want to watch The Wolf of Wall Street. And I said, man, that's going to curl your hair. I mean, he's 18, so he can see it.
But I don't think he should be around your sister. Or
she's not going to watch it. But I told him I would watch it with him. But now I'm remembering it, and it's one of the dirtier movies other than like porn that I've seen. I mean, there's so much cursing and sex and drugs. Oh my God, the drugs in that movie. And I'll tell him we're not going to glorify drugs, but I am going to show you this movie. That's what I'll have to do. So I've selected a few that we'll be watching on vacation. Anyhow, Leonardo DiCaprio is testifying at this trial, and whoever the courtroom sketch artist is drew Leonardo DiCaprio on the stand. That's all you see from the trial. And Chris Tim showed me the photo or the drawing.
And I said, who is this?
I don't know. He looks like some guy that would he's like an Uber driver. Or, he looks like a regular guy.
Or like an assistant manager at an Applebee's.
Exactly. Like coming by to say, is everything okay tonight?
How's your meal?
Yeah, that's exactly what he looks like.
Save room for some fudge ice cream?
Yeah. And Chris Dibb said, that's Leonardo DiCaprio. I said, well, I know who it's not. That is not Leonardo DiCaprio. And I remembered a few years ago when Tom Brady was it Deflategate? Did he have to take the stand
or was it his trainer or whatever?
Something.
Yeah.
He had to be in the courtroom.
You're right. He was in a courtroom.
And they drew him, and everybody said to the sketch artist, this is awful. You're terrible.
Who is this?
You made him look awful. And he's one of the best. These are two great-looking guys. Yeah. Everybody who talks about DiCaprio or Tom Brady will say they are great-looking guys, except our P1 listener, Straight Ken, who says he's never seen a good-looking guy. He's so straight that no man appears in any way handsome to him.
You could parade past the entire, what was the Abercrombie and Fitch catalog?
Doesn't matter.
The hot firefighters of New York.
Yep.
The cast of Ocean's 11.
Does nothing for him.
Nothing.
Not
one is a handsome man.
Clooney, Pitt, in their prime. No. I don't care anything about that. Brady, DiCaprio, whatever.
Gosling.
No. Who?
Reynolds.
Right. We asked him. He called us 20 years ago. He said, no man has ever appeared attractive to me in any way. And I said, now, wait a minute. If you had to rank him, who is the most handsome man you have ever seen? And he said, myself.
Done and done.
But he explained it.
Yeah, he said.
Because it's the only man I've ever looked at.
That's right. He will not.
Because he had to in a mirror.
Correct. He will. Other than that, he has never seen another man say with his shirt off or what he has not seen that. He just will not.
So back to the courtroom sketch.
Well, DiCaprio looks terrible. He doesn't look at all, and neither did Brady. The point is, and the woman said when she drew Brady 5 or 6 years ago or more, she said, hot people are very difficult to draw.
He's simply too good looking.
They're too good looking. You can't make them look as good as they actually look with your pencil and your sketching. You just can't do it. So DiCaprio is getting the Brady treatment, where they both look just like normal guys, like you said, and a manager at an Applebee's, when in reality, of course, they're too good looking. That's just
I mean, they'd stop traffic.
That's just how it is. I know. It's really strange. You know, a friend of mine told me something. This is about tattoos, not about looks, really. But I just was talking to him, and he has tattoos on his arm, up and down, like a sleeve of tattoos.
One side?
One side, and then he's got one on his leg. I mean, I've only seen him with a shirt on, but there's plenty of visible tattoos.
Significant tats.
And he said to me yesterday, he goes, you were talking on the radio recently, and he heard, and he said, you don't like tattoos, to me. And I said, oh, but yours are really nice, you know, that kind of game.
Yeah, because you're in the moment. What are you going to say?
Right, exactly. And he said, no, I'm with you. I hate tattoos. And I said, really? And he said, yeah, I got all these when I was 20 years old. A lot of times I'd been drinking, and I hate them. And I really regret having these tattoos. It's very rare when you hear somebody say that now.
Oh, my God. And it's just what you love.
Exactly. And he said it to me, and I was just eating it up. And he goes,
sorry, I'm going to cry.
I regret every one of these tattoos. I said,
can we go on tour?
Your tears of regret are water.
Exactly.
To my soul.
Can you come in and just... I want you to tell the guys I work with because this is what I love.
I love tears of regret.
Yes.
And, you know, I always say, you'll regret them later. And everybody says, no, I won't. And no, I haven't. And I would add another one. And he said, and he goes, and by the way, I'm getting ready to go on vacation with a lot of people I don't know. It's a big, huge group trip. And he goes, you don't even know this. I've got them all over my chest, too. And I said, oh, really? And my back. And he's like, and he said, I did them all when I was young. And a lot of times I was making bad decisions. And he's like, he goes, I'm so worried about it and embarrassed by it. I'll probably wear like a long sleeve
water shirts?
Swim shirt the entire time we're on vacation. And I said, well, don't. I said, you know, be proud of who you are or whatever. And he goes, you know, and they're not good quality. He goes, you know, they're I got them when they were cheap, and they're not like a piece of art. You know, they're just, and there's stuff that mean nothing to me. They're just, you know, in the moment. I said, I like that one. And he's like, huge regret. And I said, well, have you ever considered having them removed? And he said, no, because A, it's painful, B, it's expensive, and C, you still have like marks and scarring that are like the tattoo, you know, so it's like, it's almost impossible to remove. And he said, I wish I hadn't done it. And you know me, I thought,
I am so aroused.
This is the best.
Exactly.
I'm literally drinking your tears and getting high.
I can't tell you.
The saltiness on your cheek. Oh, yes.
I loved every single thing about it. Of course. It was unbelievable, you know? Anyhow, that just, I don't know why that Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, I mean, maybe, you know, there are plenty of people who, you know, maybe when they're younger, like this guy, in this guy's case, have tattoos. Yeah. Maybe he, like you said, he was drinking. Maybe he had a drinking problem. Maybe he is a different person now, you know.
Maybe.
Conquered that addiction.
Yeah, maybe.
He's not that person, and maybe those are a reminder of those days.
Maybe. But mostly he just said, I was just young and dumb. You know, well, that's how he put it to me. Was and he just is like, golly, that was dumb, you know, now. And he got a bunch. You know, he didn't just get one. Biggie got one when he was drinking one night in San Diego.
San Diego, yeah.
But you don't regret, or do you?
I mean, if I could do it again, of course I wouldn't do it.
Oh, you wouldn't do it?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for a while there, I thought I might want a sleeve, and then I was like, no. That was a face.
Yeah, I remember your sleeve phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And that it's amazing how things really do just pass in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you're just like, you want to do this, and then it's just like, nah.
I'm not going to do it. Right. I'll tell you this, Christine's going to love this. Hugh Jackman is screaming to everybody today, make sure you wear sunscreen. And
Hugh Jackman, the superstar?
Yeah, the superstar, Hugh Jackman. Unfortunately, he's got some...
Oh, that's right. He's had some skin cancer.
And he said he's dealing with it now.
I wanted you to hear it from me, just in case someone sees me on the street or whatever. I've just had 2 biopsies done. I just went to my doctor and she just saw little things, could be or could not be basal cell. I'll find out in 2 or 3 days, and as soon as I know, I'll let you know. Just to remind you, basal cell in the world of skin cancers is the least dangerous of them all.
Now, that's terrible news, of course, but then he turned it and said, whatever you do, make sure you wear sunscreen.
If I can just take this opportunity to remind you, summer is coming. For those of us here in the Northern Hemisphere, please wear sunscreen. It is just not worth it. No matter how much you want to tan, trust me, trust me, trust me. Put some sunscreen on. You'll still have an incredible time out there. All right? Please be safe.
Yeah, and that's been Chris Demm's motto and mantra for many years.
I try.
I saw the First Lady of California was spreading that message the other day. This is Gavin Newsom's wife.
Wanted to share a little wisdom with those of you youngsters who think you're invincible and don't have to wear hats or sunblock. This is my 2nd surgery for carcinoma on my face. I don't recommend it. Any surgery you can avoid it. So make sure you take care of yourselves. Regular sunblock, hats, you'll be fine. Enjoy this awesome California weather.
Yeah, that's the governor's wife in California.
That's the life cycle of most humans. I mean, obviously there are generations of kids who grow up wearing sunscreen, but when you're on your own, making your own decisions, do you think your son, when he's 19 and hanging out with some friends playing Frisbee or whatever in the quad next year,
he's not
on the warm days, you're going to put on sunscreen?
I doubt it very seriously. Even though
most don't.
Now his mother has, and he's fair skinned, and his mother has drilled that into his head, but no, he won't. And I'm bad too when I'm outside. And I'm outside a pretty good bit now. With
You're a pickler.
Pickling. I'll do it in May, June, July, August. But like just the other day, I didn't do it, even though because it was cool, but it was still sunny. And I can feel it today. I've got a little sunburn on my neck. Not bad, but it's just something to think about there. And I hated to hear that from you.
But it's one of those classic things. It's I didn't do it. Now they're cutting parts of me off. I don't want it to happen to you. I understand their motivation, but I don't know that it really moves the needle.
No, it probably doesn't. Even though, they're speaking about it, of course, so it's good. But yeah, you're probably right. There's another artist we play from time to time on here when she has something really interesting to say, and that's Cardi B. Many times she's gone on to her social media and tried to give advice and so forth. Well, now she's actually she will give advice to men and women who listen to her podcast or are fans on social media. And at this point, she's giving advice to a woman named Gabby. And Gabby says, is it normal? My boyfriend wants to have sex 4 to 5 times every single day. And she wrote in to Cardi B.
Dear Cardi?
Dear Cardi, my boyfriend wants to have sex 4 or 5 times every single day. Is that normal? We have the advice back and the answer from Cardi B.
Now, let me tell you something. I understand that you have sex like 3 times a day. Not every day, though, but like 3 times a day. Because, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're a little horny, so you might have a little sex. Then, the lust continues, so you might have a quickie in the afternoon. And then, at night, you in the bed, y'all both bored and you have sex again. So that's at least 3 times a day. But that's not every day. If your man want to have sex with you 4 or 5 times a day, like y'all be talking about, I have sex with my man 4 or 5 times a day. It's girl, your man's is on perks. Your man's is on perks. Or your man is trying to convince himself that he likes That is not a flex. Go stitch your up. Your man is sick.
Okay, that's the advice.
I'm going to need some help here.
What is she saying? I couldn't figure out. Your man is on perks. Does that mean he's on
Percocet?
I just got that.
Well, what does that do to one's sex drive?
Does that increase libido? Is that what it is? Your man is on perks, she says. And then at the end,
I thought that was like a painkiller.
I would think it would do the other thing. It's like stop you from having sex all the time. She says your man is on perks. You should, or he's trying to convince himself that he likes it.
That he might secretly be gay.
your man is crazy.
Stitch it up.
Stitch it up. That's
All
advice.
right. Thanks, Cardi.
That's advice.
Yeah, she's saying he's trying to convince himself how much. Yeah.
Do perks.
I don't know. I don't take perks.
I don't either.
I don't want to Google it.
I think you should. Your man is on perks.
So, according to Cardi B, this woman should
stitch it up
or put on a chastity belt because your boyfriend is a drug-addicted gay man.
Yep. One or the other or both.
Yeah.
And then your man is sick.